All right, folks, back again for another season of Tired Cat football. Just had our first preseason game. The setting was not good. The weather was horrible. It was windy. It was raining. It was cold, and the play on the field shows that the conditions were adverse. There wasn't a lot of offense, and so. I don't know. Well, I just want to go through a run through of. I'm not going to waste a lot of words on it. Like I said, it's a preseason game, so let's go through and talk a little bit about what we saw. So the offense, just all Tiger Cats. Right? The offense was, at best I'd give them a C. They did not, they didn't execute very well. Bo was out there. When he was there, it was he went 3 for 3, and he handed the ball off a lot to Roundtree, who was actually a standout. He was really good in this game. Scored their only touchdown on a 46-yard run, or something. It was something like that. Good. He played great. Those two are going to be good complements to each other in this season coming up. So that was a really good start for them. When Trey Ford came in, I was a little bit disappointed. He did not. What's the word? It's like he didn't know the playbook. He wasn't playing well at all. A couple of passes he threw behind receivers, like really badly though, like not affected by the weather, just looking like he was, just throwing the wrong routes, wrong passes to the wrong routes, and I don't know. He looked really out of sync. Even when he tried to run the ball, which is supposed to be one of his strengths, he didn't look well. He didn't look good. So he's got a lot of work to do, basically. And I know he, moved over to a new coach, new team, whatever. But he's a professional, so and I'm confident that he will get some of that stuff cleaned up. But by comparison, though, the backup that we got rid of, Taylor Powell, who I really liked, he had a great game with Edmonton. And so, just saying. It's only the first game, right? But, so the offense, really the only standout. Well, the offensive line played well. Only allowed 2 sacks, which isn't bad when you have multiple moving parts coming in and out, including on the line. They played fine. I mean, I think the offense is going to be okay, but again, they're always the slowest unit to get going on any team in a season. We also have defense, of course. They played great. I think they played really well in the first half when they had most of their starters, and they were making plays, knocking passes down, pressuring. Got at least one sack. I love seeing Chad Kelly hit the ground because I can't stand that guy. Same thing with Montreal's Alexander. Cocky, arrogant. I can't stand that guy. Whenever he gets sacked, I love it. That's... the defense is going to be good. Hill looked great. He was a standout. A couple of tackles. Hauser got the sack. They look like they're going to be a good unit this year. So I'm not as worried about them. The secondary played okay. It's always the linebackers, though. Like the last couple of years, it's been the linebackers. I've let Hamilton down. Now Versic's not there, so I don't know. We'll see. I think, you look at Stubblefield, though. I did see one play where Stubblefield went all the way back to the end zone to knock a pass down. So he's really mobile. We know that. Special teams looked fantastic, picking up where they left off. Turnowski got a couple of tackles. One of my favorite Tiger Cats for sure. And they took a couple of stupid penalties, mind you. Like every year you get those Americans up that don't know what no yards means. But other than that, they played really well. They punted well. They got their field goal. They got their extra point. They covered downfield well. We actually had a touchdown. We had a touchdown called back, of course, because it's the Tiger Cats. And whenever we do something good on special teams, it has to get called back. The special teams is solid. Yeah, they're going to be good. Overall, though, the team had way too many penalties. I think 11 penalties, something like that. 11 penalties for 144 yards. Not acceptable. Preseason. First game, preseason. But still, that's something they got to pay attention to, especially on special teams. That those ones can kill you if you get off the field and then special teams screws something up. There was a roughing the passer too on Chad Kelly. So this just a segue into the fact that the refs still suck. I mean, there was calls on both sides. All right, this is not a partisan, Tiger Cat thing. They suck. I mean, they missed a lot of calls, and they made improper calls. Like the roughing the passer on Kelly he still had the ball in his hands, or it had just left. It was one of those like bang bang kind of things. And honestly, maybe preseason you call it because you don't want to see someone get knocked out that early in the season. I don't know. I don't think the refs think that far in advance, to be honest with you. I just think it was a bad call. And we got away with a couple. Let's call it what it is. There were a lot of pass interference that we got away with. Nobody was challenging calls because who cares? It's preseason. But I think if a couple of them were challenged, we would have lost. So keep our eyes open for that. You got to know in the CFL that you got to get out to a 50-point lead if you expect to win because 3-minute warning, anything can happen in those 3 minutes. And then the refs, if it's a close game, the refs are going to ruin it for you. I think everybody can universally accept that about the CFL. I love the league, but man, it's like, I think it's true of any sport, really. If it's a close game, it comes down to something like that, the refs can blow it in any situation. So what else do I have? Really quickly, I'm not going to waste a lot of words on a preseason game. Rule changes. A lot of words from me and from everywhere. There's Facebook groups hating the new commissioner for the rule changes. I am not I'm not for almost any of the changes that are proposed to the league. However, the one that is in effect now is the sidelines, which is the only one that I actually agree with. So they move the sidelines so it's one on either side of the field, one team on either side of the field. I was there. It sped up the gameplay. It was a lot smoother. Subs get in and out quicker. I am for that change. I don't mind that one at all. But everything else, at the game though, everything was the same. Like I don't remember off the top of my head right now what the rollout schedule was for these rule changes. Maybe a lot of them are next year, followed by. I think it was a lot of them next year, followed by the goalpost being moved, which is the one everybody's up in arms about. I think that one takes place in 2 years. I don't know. Just someone clue me in the comments. I don't remember. But from being at this game, I can tell you that the center line was still there. The end zones are the same size. And the play clock was 20 seconds. 3-minute warning was normal. However, I don't know about the rouge or the point being awarded for missing field goals still. I don't know because it didn't happen. Like I didn't get to see it happen at all. So maybe those ones are in effect. I mean, the rouge, I like the rouge, like punting it into the end zone and getting a point for that. If I was going to compromise on those rules, not getting a point for missing a field goal. I mean, the whole concept of it is you drove down the field far enough to kick the ball and at least attempt. I don't know. But yeah, I'd be okay with having it so that you don't get a point if you miss a field goal. But when it comes to moving the goalposts and changing the dimensions of the field and stuff, I'm absolutely against those ones. But yeah, that's just a quick rundown of how the team looks. They didn't look great because of the weather. And of course, it's a preseason. They haven't made all their cuts yet. I think they still got to cut like another 8 players or something like that. So it was nice to get a good look at some of the backups and see how their depth is. And I would if I was going to evaluate them for the depth, I would say that our third string kind of defense, they didn't play that well. But the first stringers and some of the second stringers were really good. The offense, it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, and the special teams is going to win us games. I'm telling you right now. You can hear me. You can write it down. Our special teams unit is good enough that they're actually going to win us games this year. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Not going to waste any more words on a preseason game, but it's nice to be back in my chair here with my Tiger Cat stuff, and we'll be talking to you a lot this season. Right, see you.